There's some serious criminal activity going on inside. If Ultraman and the rest of these stand-in heroes are here, then we need to see what happens. Let's see if we can get in. This gala might not be so boring after all.
That's a VIP-only area, Lois. We don't have tickets.
I doubt that matters right now, Jimmy.
Okay, that takes care of the easy part. Now where do we go?
No idea, Mon Frozen Capitan, but I'm sure our criminal buddies will help us break out of this dump. Let's go ask them, shall we?
So in this section of the game, what we're actually doing is we're breaking into Arkham to break other villains out, because we want to recruit the strongest team of villains that we possibly can in order to progress through the game. So I'll show you a little bit of gameplay here. Obviously, I've got Captain Cold and I've got the Joker. You'll notice the familiarity of the voice. The Joker is played by Mark Hamill, which is great because it gives us a really, really strong and really, really serious villainous character to play off with our writing. So I've got the Joker. What are we going to do? Okay, so I need to go over here. I need to remember what I've got to do. The purpose of being here is to actually, like I say, allow me to find a couple of other villains and break out. So we've got some of the usual sort of gameplay that you'll find in a Lego game, but we've tried to up the ante. Every character's powers and abilities play to their strengths. So, Captain Cold is super cool. Every character also has special combos. So if I can do a grab move here, I can grab a goon, I can wrap them up as a snowball. I can then turn them into, that isn't Olaf, that's just a snowman, and I can finish them off. Joker's no different. I can grab one of the the prison officers, and I can use her as a human shield with my banana gun. And again, if I want to, I can finish them off with a cool finishing move. Every character has cool moves and animations and are brought to life to make sure that they are super cool and exactly as you'd imagine them. One of Joker's abilities is this kind of graffiti mode, so I can explode and get behind walls. If I remember what to do again, here we go. So I break this. I tell you what, it's so hard talking and playing video games. I don't know how these people online do it. There we go. So I should be breaking open a cell here, and I will get a character coming out who's in high security stockade, but not a member of the A-team. So here we go, his Livewire.
Letting Livewire out to play? Let's have some fun.
And again, so she's got her own special moves. We can obviously polish off these goons in a number of different ways. And that's one of the exciting things about this game is as you unlock a villain, finding what that villain does. Let's get through here to the next area. So, ahead of time, like I said, this story concentrates on effectively the Legion of Doom with your character, and then we're going to effectively add to that with a whole roster of amazing villains. Leading to a showdown. It doesn't spoil anything. Effectively, Darkseid is behind all of this. So he's not a nice guy, as you all know. I'm just going to go through here as Livewire. And this would take us through to the next section. So you can see there's so much visually in each of these areas. There's an awful lot of gameplay, there's an awful lot of puzzles. There's a lot that we can do. And again, it comes down to that classic Lego two-player cooperative gameplay. Doing something as Joker, doing something as Livewire, doing something as Captain Cold. I can't actually remember who comes out of here. There we go, Reverse Flash.
It was way too cramped in there. Time to stretch my legs a little.
So again, Reverse Flash, I should be able to run around. He has some special abilities that involve the Speed Force, as well as some other bits and pieces. I can polish off goons as Flash. He's got a special move. Unfortunately, there we go. I'll just defeat my own villains. There we go. Let me see. So I can get behind this Sonic Lego with Flash. Perfect. Want me to take me up here? And we'll go to this section. Okay, so I'll show you this mechanic very, very quickly. One of the things that we wanted to do to really dial into villains is work with goons, because every good villain has goons. So if I just pop this this containment cell open, here's a number of Joker goons, and they're going to go about their business smashing the place up. However, whenever you see these, and there's a number of different goons, depending on which villain you are, you can actually use these goons to your advantage. So if I go round, I can basically walk up to any of them, if I can remember where they are. They're over here somewhere, over the bridge. So I can recruit these. I get those two, and this one. No, don't blow them up. And I'll get this one here. So I can go and recruit these goons, and I can get them to do my bidding. So in this instance, I'm going to get them to work together. And they will make me a little bridge over there. Now, there's probably 5 or 6 different things that they'll do depending on where you are, what you are. They can form ladders, they can form trapezes. They can also sort of rip doors open. But it's just a really nice way of using goons that we've never tried before. Because this game is all about us doing things we've never done before in a Lego game. Conscious of time, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go through here because there's a bit of a spoiler behind that door. So I'm just going to quickly pop in here and quick exit level. So that was just a snippet of a level. Like I said, it's about 2 hours in. It's a very, very big story in there that's got twists, turns. It's really good. We actually wrote it in tandem with DC Comics, so it's really, really authentic to a number of comic book series that kind of focus on the crime syndicate. So that's really exciting. What we're going to do here is drop into the hub, the open world. Now, Lego Batman 2 had an open world Gotham. The open world here in Lego DC Supervillains is huge. And I'll show you why. It doesn't just concentrate on Gotham. The only problem is I don't know which 2 characters I'm going to start as, because I've actually unlocked everything in the game. So let's have a look. There we go. So I'm Granny Goodness. And Red Hood, I think it is. Very quickly, one of the cool things we've added. So if you don't know who a character is, actually, let's go to Granny Goodness. If you didn't know who Granny Goodness was, you can pause the game and you can look at her crime file. And in a crime file, it will give you a little bit of information about who she is, what she does, the powers that she has. You can see here, she's the leader of the highly trained fighters, the female Furies from Apocalypse, and some other information. Tells you her first appearance in a comic. And it's just a great way of learning about comics and characters. Anyway, Granny Goodness is a very cool character. She can do things like throw sweets at people from a handbag. They're not Werther's originals, and other sweets are available. She has a rocket-powered Zimmer frame, as every grandma obviously has. And she's generally pretty tough. But the reason I'm here is actually just to obviously show you the hub. So I'm going to run down here. I can actually use her and her rocket-powered Zimmer frame. So we've started here in Gotham, and it's all a little bit murky and rainy, and it's kind of like Manchester. If you've ever been to Manchester, I live up there, it's fine, it does always rain. So there's a load of places here. There's Gotham PD, there's Wayne Enterprises. Every kind of location you'd expect in Gotham is here. However, as well as that, over in the sort of this area of the open world. We've got Amusement Mile with a giant Joker, a giant Harley. There's an absolute ton of gameplay down at the bottom here that you can have some fun with. Big roller coaster there, that's always great. But as we all know, Gotham lives effectively in the shadow of Metropolis. So we've actually got Gotham and Metropolis together. So it's always sunny up here in Metropolis. It's a bit like Southport. Southport's always sunny. And as you can see up here, up in Metropolis, we should have LexCorp here. So there's a little beacon on the top. That's partway through the story. I can't really say. A really cool thing happens, and then that takes you to a really cool place. So anyway, that's super exciting. There's loads of stuff down here to explore. Obviously, it wouldn't be Metropolis without the Daily Planet. Granny's just going to drop down. Up too far. Come back up here. There we go. As with all the previous LEGO games with an open world, we've absolutely crammed gameplay into every nook and cranny and alcove. There's a little husky dog there. I don't know what that's doing. I'm sure it's very, very important to a quest. But you'll see there's just so much depth to the open world hub here in LEGO DC Supervillains. And there's loads of hidden bits and pieces. It came from Krypton. You could go in there and watch a movie. But if I can find... Here we go. Is this... Right, I'm going to just steal this police car. Because that's what villains do. So if you're villainous in the game, you will actually get the police coming after you. And the more villainous you are, the more the police will come after you. And it's more a little bit of fun. It's just a way of increasing the tension. So if you go around doing bad things, the police are going to come after you. There's a load of random crimes to interact with. Oh, here we go. Sorry, officer. He's only a minifigure, so it's fine. He's just made out of plastic. There's no real harm done to anyone. Anyway, this is Metropolis. Let's go up here, see what else we can find. In fact, what I'm going to do, it'll be quicker if I... right, just before no one should see this grid. So obviously I know it's been live streamed, so I'm sure people are going to screen capture it and try and find out who's who. But it's for me to make sure I get off here really quickly. There we go. I went a little bit slower there so people can actually have a good explore. So I'm just going to go through here as reverse flash. Round the corner, back here, we have a cool area of the hub, which is one of my favorite sections because it's Smallville. And I used to love the TV show. So we've got this area of Smallville, and we've got the Kent family farms down here. There's a load of shops down here. There's somewhere in the back there should be Smallville airfield. There's a load of hidden gameplay, hidden quests, and this is a great area to explore. Oh, there's a really cool quest up here actually. I'm not going to do it now because it'll probably take about 7 or 8 minutes. It's really good. But the idea is that we're going to reward people for exploring. The hub here is kind of everything that's great about DC. So I'm going to pop into the map, and then I'll show you some other areas. So here's my little area of Smallville. There's the airfield. You can see there's a load of stuff. I kind of cheated last night, and I kind of unlocked loads of stuff. So you'll see all these ticks is where I've completed it. I didn't really. I cheated. So there's a load of stuff in here. If I follow this road back where I went before, this is my area of Metropolis. There's loads of gameplay in here. This is obviously Gotham and the Amusement Mile. Over here, just trying to remember. I'll come back to that in a minute. Down here we've got the Hall of Doom and the Strikers. That's Strikers Island actually. There's loads of cool stuff over here. This is Wayne Manor and the Batcave. I'll go through there in a minute. So it gives you an idea of just how big this open world is. If I lift up again, you'll see there's loads of cool stuff. And we're going to go out there in a minute. Oh, there's the Watchtower as well. So if anyone wants to go to the Watchtower, they can. But this is pretty much everywhere you can think of in DC is kind of covered in this game because we wanted it to be the richest experience possible from a DC Comics perspective. Oh, sorry, guys. But with a real strong focus on villains. So I'm going to run through it. There's a monorail in the background. Somewhere there's a cable car, which is brilliant. One of the quests actually gets you to go and use the cable car. Right, okay, I'll tell you what. Again, so if anyone at home who was looking at the grid didn't get a good look before, we'll go in here. At the bottom, there's an ability filter. So it actually shows you which characters can do which mechanics, which is really helpful when you're actually trying to find someone. So if I want someone that can fly, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick Mr. Mixia's Pitlick, because I can say that. There we go. Here he is. He's such a cool character, really is. Right, we're going to go down here. Because I love down here. It's one of those areas that for a Lego game is super spooky and super creepy. Oh, come on. Here we go. Along the way, there's actually a couple of quests that I didn't sort of unlock and cheat through, so I'll go and talk to you another time, but thank you. There's Bizarros around here, actually.
Always showing off in the sun. Who he think he is?
Let's see what he's got to say.
Hey, me and Bizarro. The opposite of Superman. It's not easy being hero on this planet. Sun power Superman, but hurt Bizarro. Bizarro wants to go in sun.
Okay, so Bizarro's saying that he wants to be like Superman. What a surprise. You help Bizarro? No, I'm not. I can't, sorry. I've got other things to do and probably not very much time to do them. So anyway, this, like I was saying before, this is a super spooky area. I love it. There's some really, really nice areas that the art team kind of built into the hub. Love that windmill over there. And all of these areas are explorable. There's gameplay in all of these sections. Up here, we've got Arkham. And again, you can go inside. There's a load of gameplay inside. There really is sort of stuff to do everywhere in LEGO DC Supervillains. And it's all kind of villain orientated. So all of the quests, all of the puzzles, all of the gameplay you do are done with an eye to humor and an eye to being mischievous. It's good to be bad. It's good to be sort of working for the villains. What I'm going to do, though, before I run out of time, is just show you the depth of the character creation. So if I switch to, and again, people are going to get to see the grid. Actually, no, before I do, I want to show you this guy, right? Some of the characters are really, really cool. I said before, they're all unique. They've all got unique animations. They've all got unique abilities. So Toyman's a really, really cool character. He's actually really nasty in the comics. But he's got some great powers and abilities. One of them, I love this. He pulls out this kind of clockwork, wind-up monkey drone. Anyway, you can run it into areas, and it's useful because it blows up silver Lego and bad guys. I'll show you another one really quickly, because again, if you haven't seen Ventriloquist, he is so funny. He's so cool. Again, really, really nasty character. But in Lego, you can have good fun with him. So he's got his dummy with him. If you sneak around, he'll jump on the dummy's back. He can use the dummy. Here we go. If I press the correct button. He's just a really funny guy, and obviously uses him to shoot and hide behind. So many great characters. If anyone loves Calendar Man, who again is an incredibly quirky character. Where is he? He's up here somewhere. Oh, focus on the screen, Parsons. There we go. There you go, I've just revealed a load of characters. I hope the people watching at home appreciate that. So Calendar Man's super cool. He's got a special ability. He just wish everyone a happy birthday. And does loads of other, obviously, calendar-themed gags, and it's just good fun. Anyway, what I actually wanted to do, I got sidetracked. So up here is my character that I created, who, as you can see, dresses just like I do on a Saturday night. So this is the character I created in our character creator. What I'm going to do, because there's a shortcut here, I'm going to go to, yes, that's fine, I'll go to the customizer, and I'll show you. When you start the game, there's two modes. There's a rookie mode and a master mode, and we sort of engineer the gameplay around that. But as you progress, you can upgrade your character. As you unlock other characters, you can actually upgrade and unlock more pieces and make a stronger, better, harder, faster, it sounds a bit like Daft Punk, character. So here's a couple I made earlier. Here's a really cool one. I'm going to just pick this one. And as you can see, in fact, I'm just going to play this character, and you'll be able to see. I've got a character here with tennis racket weapons and a car body, because why not? I think I had laser eyes on this one. I can't remember. No, maybe it wasn't that one. But I'll show you how cool and how easy it is to change a character. So if I go in here, this is my character. If I don't like this character, and you know what, if I don't want to do this, you've all played Rocket League at home. Usually, if you play it with someone else, you spend 10 minutes waiting for them to customize their car. It's the same with this when we did focus testing. So for anyone like me that's a bit less patient, you can just click a button and it'll randomize your character, your powers, your abilities, and pretty much give you an unlimited number of results. We tried to work out the number of possible combinations. We couldn't. There was just lots of numbers. It's a very big number that we couldn't quite work out how many billions or trillions of combinations. But you get the idea here, just how cool and exciting it can be. So if I'll pick that one for now as a base. I can go in and I can change anything. So I can change the head, and there's an abundance of head pieces. So I could pick this skeleton head. It's fine, yeah, we'll put that on. And if I wanted, I could have a pink skeleton face. That's fine. What's this? Oh, they're presets for characters that you've already unlocked. If I would like to have, let's say, a ruffle around my neck, this would take my wings off, but that's fine. We're good with that. I can have a ruffle, and I could make that blue. I could go down. Actually, I don't like the ruffle, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wing. No. You know what? No, I'm going to sack all of that off. I'm going to be a hot dog man. So I'm going to put a hot dog on. So I can be a hot dog skeleton. I'll keep that actually for now. But not only that, you can then customize your abilities. So I could customize what color my hearts are on screen. So I want blue hearts. I could also customize the voice. So I can have that. I just about hear that. I like that one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I could customize my voice. I could customize my target reticule. Do I want to be a speedster? Let's have a super fast speedster. There we go. So he's going to be really fast. What should we do now? Let's customize our abilities. So on square, for example, I want to have, no, I don't want, where's bolts? Let's have, where's beams? I want to have a beam. There we go. So I can have a beam, and I'm going to have, I don't know. Let's have that style of beam. However, because I'm a hot dog skeleton for some reason, I'd like to have an electric beam that is, let's have a think. I've got a pink face, so I should have a pink beam, I guess. There we go. And then if I want, I could make that come from my carrot turnip weapon, is that? There we go. Or I could have it come from my eyes. You get the idea. The options here are absolutely endless. And at any point, I could go, brilliant, that's my villain, who is now actually part of the Legion of Doom, and he's going to appear in the story, the cutscenes. He's going to be talked to by all the different villains. Hold on, pay attention, run up there. It's quite hard to run as a super fast hot dog. And then you can just